We decided to introduce the new VNR because we needed to answer a lot of our customers' demands and requests. The exterior design was inspired by motorsports, rock climbing, and mountain biking. A lot of us in the studio do a lot of these activities, and it requires a lot of maneuverability, a lot of agility, and to be light on your feet. When designing the new VNR, we really wanted to focus on the stance and create this dynamic look and feel to the truck, almost a workhorse look to it. So we set up these theme lines that create this angle of assertiveness. The one line that really stands out for us when designing the new VNR runs along the top of the hood, cascades down by the grille, and then into the bumper. And so when the vehicle is sitting still, it really does look like it's moving. Aerodynamics are important even in a regional application because while this is used within city limits, it still will be on the highway. And we want to make sure that we get the most fuel efficiency out of this truck. We really focused on the powertrain and the cooling package to pull all the elements in, basically a shrink wrap over the components. This allowed us to create improved sight lines for the driver and really pull in all the surfaces for better maneuverability. The new LED headlights on this truck are phenomenal. I actually drove the truck down from Alaska, and the improved visibility is outstanding, top of class. It will improve driver productivity, and it will reduce fatigue. We think the new VNR is the shape of trucks to come because it really meets the needs of maneuverability, agility, and versatility.
We're standing in the engine staging area at the New River Valley truck plant in Dublin, Virginia. The engines built in the U.S. give me a lot of pride because I know the quality that goes into them. With regional haul, we want to give the customers the performance they need, and many regional haul applications have to be lightweight. So the D11 is basically 365 pounds lighter than the D13. So it's extra weight that they can put in their payload, and it also gives them better fuel efficiency. So the idea is while they're traveling around in metropolitan areas, that they have a lighter engine, an engine that is more efficient, and an engine that can handle, traveling at 65 miles an hour loaded at 80,000 pounds when it gets outside the city.
The new D11 is more efficient because we've removed load off of the engine. The new D11 also has been made more powerful. We've increased the horsepower from 405 to 425. The cylinders now have less friction. The new fuel system is more efficient. All of this takes load off the engine, and because of that, we've actually increased our fuel efficiency by 2.2%. The wave piston is important for fuel efficiency because it produces a 90% drop in soot output from the cylinder. So we're able to raise compression, and we're able to keep soot down the system, kind of the best of both worlds. Another thing we've done is we've added a new 2-speed coolant pump to the XE version of the D11. That also helps achieve extra fuel efficiency. The D11 is best in class because it's more efficient, it's lighter, and it offers the only downspeeding packages for customers that can run lighter weight on interstate applications at, let's say, cruise speeds of 65 miles per hour. Because we've actually matured our XE downspeeding packages, our performance is higher on that package, so you still have performance and you have extreme fuel efficiency.
When I go out and drive on the streets and interstates, you see our trucks, you see the slash on the grill, you know it's a Volvo. These trucks are actually carrying our economy.
The new VNR is designed for regional haul applications. A great thing about it is we have a short bumper to back of cab, 113 inches, allows us for overall length haul requirements that we have in cities. And it'd be great for bulk haul applications like fuel haulers or dry bulk and distribution. But because of its short BBC, we can have shorter wheelbases. We get a lot of pickup and delivery applications like food service applications.
We can apply the VNR product to those applications with different technical solutions that meet those customer needs. One of the new offerings is adaptive loading, and this is a 6x2 product that allows the forward driven axle to raise up and down depending on the load. So with this product, we're able to meet the needs of a customer that is doing regional deliveries throughout the day, but also has to drive 65 miles an hour back to their warehouse. The product can be spec'd out to 425 horsepower, providing great performance, but also keeping the weight of the total truck down and maintaining fuel efficiency. The new Volvo VNR is designed for the regional haul market. It's actually what the R stands for. And it has to have great maneuverability, good turning radius, good access in and out, and the truck has to be durable.
The new VNR has been just completely redesigned for the driver's perspective, including the new hood slope design, giving us great visibility to the ground. And the corners of the hood have been brought in, almost shrink wrapped on the radiator package, allowing great visibility at each corner down to the ground, including a new bumper designed for a regional haul customer. A steel bumper in the front, but tapered on the sides, allowing the driver not have to worry about where the end caps are. The shorter wheelbase gives us a good maneuverability, and with the Volvo product and a 50-degree wheel cut, we're able to make sharp turns, and we can make a complete left to right turn with just 2.5 rotations of the steering wheel.
The drivers are required to get their trucks in and out of spaces that we wouldn't attempt even in an automobile in some cases. If you were to point to a single item in the vehicle that pinpoints this is automotive-like, it would be the I shift. The driver no longer has to shift gears, no longer has to push a clutch pedal. All these factors come together to make the VNR the best, most maneuverable product in the regional haul market.
Safety has been part of Volvo's DNA, part of our culture since the very beginning. When our founders began, they realized that it's not so much about trucks, it's about people. So they made a commitment that we hold to today, that everything we do will be based on the measurement of how can this be safer for our drivers and the communities in which they operate. At Volvo Trucks, our goal is someday to be able to say that there are 0 accidents on our highways. That's a noble goal. That's an aggressive goal. One of the innovations that's unique for Volvo and for the industry is that we have a heads-up warning for forward collision alerts. What this does is alert the driver in a very visible way. Studies have shown that when you can give drivers even just 1 additional second of forward warning, you can prevent the risk of forward collisions by more than 90%. If you take a look at rollovers and front-end collision, that's about 2/3 of all commercial vehicle accidents. We have 2 safety technologies, Volvo Enhanced Stability Technology and Volvo Active Driver Assist, that mitigate that 2/3. The Swedish cab impact test is the toughest safety test in the world, and we exceed the standard. There are actually 3 components. In this case, we want impact all on the A-pillar because that really is the weakest part of the truck. The structure of this test is to determine that we can maintain the integrity of that area, and it's all about protecting the driver.
And a barrier test simulates one tractor running into the trailer of another tractor. As you can see, the parts coming off here, that's actually the engine and transmission dropping below the cab so that the assembly does not come back into the cab compartment. So we offer a side airbag seat that will be a curtain between the driver's head and the side of the cab. It basically lowers the HIC value from having a concussion versus being hit with a soccer ball. HIC stands for head injury criteria.
Volvo's new VNR cab is constructed using high-strength steel. This differs from most of our competitors who use aluminum for their cab, sometimes reinforcing key areas with some high-strength steel. We've taken that a step further. We are using high-strength steel for our entire cab. At the end of the day, it's about getting home safely to your family. This is, no doubt, the safest Volvo truck in the world today.
On the exterior, the design has a lot of the lines flowing through the product, and we wanted to do the same thing on the interior, where a lot of the lines run through the dashboard and down into the engine tunnel. This envelops a lot of the controls and the features and creates more of a cockpit feel for the driver. One of the inspirations when designing the dashboard was rock climbing, and just as in that kind of field, we know it's important to have intuitive handholds, and it could mean life or death in that situation. And we wanted to do that for the trucking industry, where the driver knew exactly where the features and functions were. The steering wheel for the Volvo truck is important because it brings a lot of new features and functions to the product. It allows them to keep their hands on the wheel at all times, and you can interact with the information display within the instrument cluster. We're really proud to introduce the neck tilt function that allows for more ingress, egress in and out of the truck, and allows for more flexibility on the different demographics of the drivers. So a larger driver can now make a little bit more room in between them and the steering wheel. The infotainment that we've installed was a focus on adding more features that we couldn't provide in the instrument cluster. So it'll replace your radio functions, but it'll also give you navigation and allow you to tether your Android or your Apple phone. We've really focused on a lot of the ergonomics and the way you use the features and the functions in the product itself. In product design, we spent a lot of time evaluating how the seats were being used by the drivers and what was critical for them on a daily basis, going through a lot of the areas on the seat cushion and the seat back, and improving the height and improving the overall durability of the materials. So we really wanted to bring this to a first-class level for the trucking industry. We know that comfort is important, but we also know that function is key. The modular rail itself allows for flexibility. So the cup holder can be positioned in any location on the rail. We're really proud of the cohesive design. All the functions are within arm's reach. The controls are very intuitive, and it creates a very modern motorsport look and feel.
We are standing in our truck factory in New River Valley, and behind me you can see the I-Shift being attached to our various Volvo engines. The I-Shift was so revolutionary, it changed our entire truck market in North America. Today we've made the I-Shift even better. We've improved the hardware as well as the software. We've enhanced the countershaft brake and the clutch, so it's going to shift more smoothly, more quickly, and be quieter as well.
The I-Shift really shines in the regional haul area because of a couple of things. The maneuverability. It's really easy. You're not going to have to worry about shifting. The transmission's going to take care of that for you. When you're in and out of a city in those urban environments, shifting can become really tiresome. When I learned on a manual, my leg and my arm was sore every day. I was grinding gears. You get better over time, but the I-Shift just really allows me to focus more on the road around me and the ever-changing environment. It makes all drivers good drivers. It takes some of the drivers that aren't as fuel efficient and makes them more fuel efficient overall. Having the I-Shift is a great way to attract drivers. A lot of fleets are using that as a tool to attract drivers and maintain and keep drivers for longer. And we've seen it lower the cost of training because it's easier to learn how to drive with an I-Shift.
The Volvo engine is integrated with the Volvo I-Shift, and that is really key to the success of our engine and transmission. They speak to each other seamlessly in the same language. The I-Shift knows because of that exactly what gear it needs to be in and when, and that's what really provides the smooth feel that our drivers experience.
I started my career as an engineer, and one of the items I helped support was the I-Shift. So now when I talk about it, I know truly just how strong of a product the I-Shift really is.